shoot. Spit on my mic. So you probably clicked on this video and thought this is the most objective thing that you could possibly find about the Hive. Is the Hive fun or not? And there's probably going to be a lot of people raging in the comments right now. Before you do, hear me out. So if you haven't noticed, the Hive has been having a huge decline in player base over the past few months here, and it's just haven't been a lot of fun. A lot of content creators have been quitting because, well, it's not fun, which is the typical reason that people haven't been playing as much, because you're not going to force yourself to do something that you don't want to do. With that being said, there's a lot to do in the Hive that's still a lot of fun, like playing Sky Wars and Treasure Wars. It's still pretty fun to do. I mean, of course, you can get sick of it after a little while, but as long as you don't play it too much, if you play it in moderation, you don't really get sick of it for like a long time. And by the time you get sick of it, you can just go back to another game mode, and then you can come back to it, and then you're not sick of it again. But the problem with the Hive is that they don't have enough updates. So I'm in the group and category that the Hive isn't as fun as it used to be, and it's just not very fun anymore. But I think there's a few ways that they can make it better, and that they can make it a lot more fun again to get a consistent player base coming back. It's going to be coming back more and more again. It's going to be a lot more fun for people. Now, the first thing that I think they could do is add more updates. Now, what I'm saying is you don't need to add more mixed arcade game modes. I think they're just not fleshed out enough to be considered like full game modes that you come back and play after a while. You play it for like a few hours, maybe you come back the next day, but then after that, how long has it been since you actually played Ground Wars? It's probably been like 5 months at least. So, you know, I think they could do a lot more with game modes like Sky Wars, and if they made like a new SG map, if they made like a new map every month or two, I'd say it would take about, with all the builders that they have now, I think they could build a map in about a month or two. I think they could maybe get one out, maybe 3 or 4 months, but still, if they got a new SG map and just added a few more items to, like, let's say SG again, just like, if you added a few more items, like, every month, if you added, like, 2 items to each game mode every single month, I think that's a manageable enough thing, or maybe 1 to each game mode, and except for, like, Just Build, of course, and, like, maybe Hide and Seek. But I think you could add a lot more stuff to, like, Sky Wars, Treasure Wars, and, of course, SG. Could use a lot of revamping. Now, after doing some brainstorming on one of the things that makes the Hive the absolute funnest, it's obviously parties. Playing with a bunch of groups of friends, or just playing with like a Discord server with just a bunch of people, just getting like 100 people together, like tournaments and things. They're always so much fun, and I just don't know a person that doesn't like a good tournament, or just playing at a party, playing Sky Wars for 3 hours. I don't think that there's not many people that don't like that, and if they don't like that, then they just shouldn't play the Hive, I guess. However, there's not always a party online for you to play with, but there's a lot of people that want to play, but you just can't find them because there's so many hubs, so there's not really that many people that you can party with if you don't have a bunch of friends online at that one moment. So I've created a new feature called Party Mode. Basically, the way this one works is either in the main UI or in the UI of each specific game, there's this new mode called Party Mode. Basically, you put it in and it cues you to be in a party for that specific game mode, so you can play with a bunch of random people in this party that we can play together and have a lot more fun. You can chat together using like the chat and everything with like the group chat. You can play like a lot like that, and you can use your strategies to play. I think it could be a lot more fun, as well as being able to do just like all game modes, because if you were to do that or just like select game modes, I think that could bring a lot of fun, because if you don't want to play a game mode specifically, then you can just play that one game mode, or you can play multiple game modes, but you don't want to play Just Build or something, then you can skip that game mode. Or if you just want to play with some people, you can play with them all together, and I think that could bring a lot more to the Hive. Now, I think this is obviously an objective matter. Sure, the Hive is okay, but I think there could be a lot more potential here. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below, if you agree with this, if you disagree, and what else you think the Hive could add to make the thing a lot more fun. And that's going to be all for this video. So subscribe, and bye!